Welcome to UNIGINE Programming Quick Start tutorial. Creating, applying, and deleting materials. In this video, you are going to learn how to add a material library, how to create materials and add them to the library, how to assign material to a surface, and how to delete a material. UNIGINE offers an extended material library, so that when creating a new material, you don't have to do that from scratch. Instead, you can inherit from a certain base material and tweak its parameters. Quite a nice thing, actually. Now let us see how to work with materials in UNIGINE. In our project, we are going to create 4 materials inherited from mesh base material, each with their own albedo color, and store them in a separate library. We're also gonna need a method deleting all created materials. So first, in our header file, let us set a pointer to the materials. In order to work with it, we are going to include the UNIGINE materials library. So now everything's fine. We had a couple of methods. The first one to initialize our materials. We call it initMaterials. And the second one to clear all materials at the world shutdown. And we call it clear materials. Now let us proceed to implementation. So first of all, before anything else, we must initialize our materials pointer. The materials class is also designed as a singleton, and we got to get the instance by using get method. Well, the next thing we do is we create a materials library by using the create method and specify the name for the new library. Let us call it myMaterialLib. So now, as we created the library, we can create new materials. For this purpose, we use the inheritMaterial method. As you remember, the materials are inherited from the set of base materials. So we're gonna specify the mesh base material to inherit from. Then we specify the library where we're going to store our new material. And the next parameter is the name for our new material to be created. Let us call it myMeshBase0. As our material is created, let us declare a pointer to the material and call it myMeshBase. Now we're going to initialize the pointer by getting the material that we created using the findMaterial method of the materials class. So we call findMaterial and specify the name of the material we're going to find. So now, as we got the pointer to the new created material, we can set its parameters using setParameter method. First, we specify the type of the parameter. For this purpose, we type material parameter, and we see all available parameters. And we choose the one called color, as we're going to set the color. Then we specify the color using the 4-component vector, with each component from 0 to 255, which determine red, green, blue, and alpha components of the color. Then we report the progress to the console using the message method of the log class, and specify the name of the material that we created. To get a name with the getName method of the material class, and now let us initialize the rest of the materials. So we change the index to 1, and here. And now we change the color to green. The second component equals to 255. Now we copy and paste that. We change the index to my mesh base 2 here and in Find Material. Then we specify the blue color. Copy and paste that again. And specify my mesh base 3 here and in Find Material. And the last color is going to be yellow. First two components equal to 255. So now we again report the progress to the console, that material generation was successful. So as we created all our materials, we must also clear the pointer that we used, for we no longer need it, in order to avoid memory issues. So now we're going to insert the initMaterials method. The materials must be initialized before initializing objects, because they are used in objects initialization. So now we're going to make some changes to our initObjects method, we're gonna change the name of the material. We used the mesh base, and now we're going to use the names of the material that we created. Each material for each separate box. So type my mesh base and an index of the material. So, after initialization and all this stuff, of course we are going to perform cleanup. For this purpose, we implement the clear materials method. Here we are going to delete all our created materials. To delete a material, we use the materials class and call the remove material method. And specify the name of the material to be removed. Now we can copy that and change the names of the materials. Now everything seems to be fine. We gotta insert our cleanup method into the shutdown method of the world script. We call it clear materials here. And that's it. Now we're gonna check what we've got. Well, as you can see, each of our boxes has its own material assigned with its own color. In the next section, we're going to learn how to manage existing nodes.